Hey guys! Today I'm going to be showing how I made my simple pendulum for my Lab 9 experiment. For the string, I chose the strong hemp string from Walmart. I had a little less than 6 feet, but we didn't really need that much, and I was able to hook it to my weight. For my weight, I have a billiard ball that I used. I took the string and started it in one spot and looped it around to the other spot, and then I taped it so I wouldn't have to tie it to make sure the bowling ball wouldn't move in between each experiment and make sure it wouldn't fly off and put a hole in my wall. For my stopwatch, I used my phone. I slid my phone over to a different style stopwatch that went to so many decimal points after. For the protractor, I cut it from my lab experiment and hooked it up. I folded it over and taped it right to behind where the point of the access string was so I could get as close to the actual degree as possible. And then for a ruler, I used my tape measure that I was able to measure out in centimeters, and I tried to measure it out from the point that was on the bowling ball, not all the way wrapped around, but from where it was attaching to, and then all the way up to where the knot was tied to where I hooked it so it could swing.
So here we have is the billiard ball that was used as the weight. It weighs a little bit more than 1/4 pound, but not by too much. There's a little bit of added weight with the tape, but I tried to use as much as I could to make sure it didn't fall off, and it stayed pretty well. This is after I've done all the experiments. Then I have the 80 centimeters of string here. I went ahead and just showing you 80 because as it got longer, I had to move some stuff out of the way. This is the projector that I cut out, and then I have it as close to access point as possible. So when you do swing it, you can get an accurate measurement of how far of an angle it is. This right here is just the extra string. I taped it out of the way so it wouldn't interrupt with what string we were having to use for the experiment.
All right. So this is me demonstrating the first experiment where we took it up to 10 degrees. So it's 10 degrees there. And then I normally would turn my hand so I could release it, still staying on the 10 degree and then releasing it and counting in oscillations.